Oh, hello and welcome to the Bible talk here at St Paul's Cathedral, home church for Anglicans in the Diocese of Melbourne. Once again today I am joined by our Chief Props Officer, our Dean, Andreas. Hello, Andreas.
Hello, Heather.
And also today, unfortunately, Archie the dog isn't here because, as you can see by all the plastic we have everywhere and the protective umbrellas, that we're going to be doing something which is one of those kids don't do this inside at home.
Don't do it at home.
Yes, no. Now, for those of you who are in the know around what we're up to at the cathedral at present, you will know that we have begun reflecting together about the letter the Apostle Paul wrote to the Ephesian church in preparation for next year's ministry planning.
And last week we spoke about reflecting on our lives, both on those bits that might not be our favorite bits about ourselves, but on all our lives in the context of who God sees us as, spiritually blessed, holy, and chosen by Him.
This week we will think about the second part of chapter 1, where Paul prays for the Ephesian church. Now let's think about power and supercharging. Yeah. So we will need to have some of our props here to begin with. These are the safe ones. So Andreas, do you want to tell us what we've got today?
Yeah, we've got 3 glasses of water, some sand, some antacid powder, some Barocca, a hairdryer, and a leaf blower, which I've dropped earlier on.
Yes, it was quite loud, wasn't it?
It was,
all right.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to begin with the demonstration of the hairdryer.
That's a bit blowy.
Yes, it is. Well, why don't we have a try now of the leaf blower and compare the two?
It's much bigger, isn't it? Oh, it's extraordinarily powerful.
So the hairdryer is a little bit blowy, but this one is tremendously blowy. Plenty of power to help. Well, let's have a look at the sand, the antacid powder and the Barocca now. Let's pop the sand into the water, shall we, Andreas, and see what happens.
Here we go. Let's pop the sand in the water. There we are. It's a bit cloudy. It all sinks to the bottom.
Yes. Well, what about the antacid powder? What does that do when you pop a little bit of that in? I think that's a pull-off one.
Let's have a little look. Oh, look, it's cloudy and fizzy.
Oh, yes, you can see that's fizzing up nicely, isn't it? Okay. And what about the Barocca?
It's my favourite. It's cloudy, fizzy, and orange.
Oh, so that's got extra things as well. We have something
Yeah.
that floats to the bottom. We have something that goes fizzy and something that goes fizzy and coloured.
And it continues to fizz.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
We have in our reading a description of how God helps us, which Paul prays that the Ephesians and thereby all Christians are aware of. He prays that God will open the eyes of their hearts to see,
First of all, the significance of God's call and what that has on us for our future.
and also that he reveals himself through us, his faithful followers.
And finally, the power that we have to help us, that power is the power by which Jesus was raised from the dead.
I wonder if we realise that.
Well, what confidence and what expectation we hear in Paul's prayer for the people at Ephesus. He prays for them on the basis that in prayer, he's speaking to the one who with power raised Jesus from the dead. He prays to the one, God, who even now gives us new life and who will resurrect us too.
Paul wants the Ephesians to understand that this life-giving power is at their disposal, and by it, God will grant them wisdom and insight, understanding and encouragement to be the people who God reveals himself through.
What confidence does that give us? And how do we pray for ourselves and other people? How does that change our approach to prayer and to our daily lives?
Well, as we write our prayers this week, we have 4 to write in our journals. We'll leave you with those thoughts. But just to give you an idea of supercharging,
Yes.
Andreas will now go and get into his protective gear.
This then don't do it at home bit.
This is the don't do it at home bit. And we'll see you very soon.